Okay. So we completed mean you have to practice, okay, the diagramming. I would say practice two diagramming. One is wireframe, one is the data flow diagram, DFT. Okay, so these are three very important day to day to your business analysis: data flow diagram or process flow diagram and the wireframe. Okay, so you should know. Do you have any question on that, Sean?
No, I have not gone into the topics you have covered yesterday. I'll deep dive into them in my free time.
Okay, okay. So because we are going to do project or
Yes.
practical example, so we will be doing data flow diagram and the pro process business process flow diagram. Okay, so these two we will do when you are practicing project. Okay, so next step is for us to writing user story. Okay, so before we write user stories, you have to know few keywords. You might have heard these words, these keywords, but I just want to make sure you have a good understanding. Okay, so let's go quickly one by one. The first one is functionality. And do you know what is a functionality?
About that, not much. Can you please elaborate it? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So maybe you can Google it or like you can search it, and I just want to hear from your side. Yeah, I'll give you 1 minute. Yeah, you can Google it and see.
I'm doing that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it describes what a system, product, or application can do, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So system mean think application. Okay. So let's put it this way. Our application, it's like a vehicle. Okay. Let's put that way. Let's say, um, I'll write it here. Application. Our application is like a car. Okay. So application, you know, right? What I'm talking about. Application means the computer program or website or app or whatever you call it. Okay. So that's application. The functionality is nothing but what this application can do, what system can do. So can you tell me what car can do? What car's functionality?
Yeah, it 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 will be get ourselves to some places.
Yeah, like it can move, right? Moving is the main functionality. We can drive the car and we can go place to place. That's the main functionality. Something functional mean it can do something like moving or like um, not only the moving, like some task. We give a task to execute, the task can be done. So that's the functionality. Like, okay, let's write functionality. What what is font? Let me write down. I'll send it to you. Okay. Funds. Yeah, to because we will be using this keyword functions is what the system can do. Okay. And a complete capability the system must provide, right? So that's the functionality. Like some example, the customer should allow customers to apply for online. So online, for example, if you see a loan application, system should allow customers to apply for a loan online. All right, okay, Sean, you got it right. This one, and
Yes.
upload documents, credit check, loan approval. So those are the functionality. Okay, this is one. So next one, I want you to tell me what is the feature.
Yeah.
You can
Features.
yeah, you can Google it. Yeah, no problem.
The functions of something like that. Yeah.
Not exactly. You can Google and tell me. Yeah, I just want you need to search. That's my.
So feature is something that makes a product, system, or person special or useful.
So example,
Uses of that, right? Features is uses of that product, right?
how do I explain? Okay, so let's put it this. For example, so let's take one example and try to understand. Okay, feature mean we understood something is doable here in the application. Okay, the feature is let's say loan application. This loan application. This is our functionality. This feature inside this one, we provide customers to enter their personal detail, enter employment detail, select the loan amount, submit loan amount. So inside one functionality, one big functionality, we give different features. Feature mean like when you buy something from like let's put it this way, when you buy a burger, there are feature like option you can add, right? Like maybe you can add extra cheese, you can add extra
Yes.
sauces, like that. If you think about the car example, like the features are like you have
You
AC,
go
you
with the
have
sunroof, yeah, like that.
yeah, sunroof, like extra things which is make your functionality better. Okay, so functionality is something doable. Feature is the extra options what you get it. Okay, so let me write down so that you can, which is feature is a group of
Yeah, if we going to buy any mobile phone, we have to do some. We have to see what specs and features it has, right? Like
yeah,
that.
you heard the features, right? Like what is the camera, uh
Yes.
yeah, camera and how many GB. So you see what's features, right? So like that, right? Okay, so we know what is the feature. Here example, we can write inside loan application. So we have enter personal detail and enter employment details. These all features. Select loan amount and submit application. Okay, like this.
Okay.
Okay. So the next one we have Epic. Okay. So what is an Epic?
I will search.
Yeah, you can search. Yeah, always. If you don't know, I want you to search and you tell me, then we can dis discuss.
Yeah, Epic is a big requirement or large feature that is divided into smaller user stories, right?
That's right. So Epic mean, how do I say? It's like a big container, okay? Like a container of multiple user story. You have seen big supermarkets, right? Like
The
supermarket.
name itself shows the meaning, right? Epic.
Yeah, exactly. The supermarket, they have different sections, right? If you go to dairy and you see yogurt, butter, milk, those kind of, right? Inside, so
Yeah,
there is a
the
section.
entire dairy products.
Yeah, entire dairy. If you go to electronics, you see electronics. So the electronic is the epic. Under the electronic, you have different small individual items. Okay.
Okay.
So when we create project, in the project, you create a different epic for the different bulk functionality. Like it's the same loan application form, you have the front end work, right? Like a front end work mean you create the elements, you submit the form, and everything will go to front end. For the back end, you can create one epic, back end epic, right? Like that. Okay, so you group user stories together so that you can easily track and work. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first thing
It's
will create the epic. Okay, let me write. Um, so epic, epic is a big container of multiple user stories. Okay, this is the simplest one. Example, you can use customer onboarding for loan. Here we have inside this epic, we can have number one, create account. This one user story. Number two, we have verify email. Number three, we have add personal or we have perform credit check. So these are different user story. You can create one epic and you can create separate user stories. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Next one, user story. You are.
How many epics will be there in a project?
It doesn't matter. Like there is no limitation. Uh, uh, you can create one epic, two epic, three epic, 10 epics. That's okay. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually I create one epic. It's for one project, I'll create one. Sometimes some managers, some people are preferred to keep like, okay, they create two epic, one epic for all the testing environment, miscellaneous work, and they create one epic for the production setup, like go live one. It's up to them, but I comfortable, like I can search, okay, loan application. So if I go to that loan application epic, I know what are the user stories and tasks we worked, right? Easy for me, right? To if I create one epic and create other user story, right? If you have multiple epics, yeah, you have to, for a project, if you have multiple epic, then you have to keep on searching everything, right? So it's up to you. But
Okay.
yeah, team compatible and you can create. But for the easiness, just see for one project, you can just go start with one epic. If people say it's okay, hey, it's good to have another epic and move this user stories into that epic, then you can do it. Just for the starting, you can just think only one epic for a one project.
Okay.
Okay. So what is a user story?
User story is a short, simple description of a requirement written from the end user's perspective.
Yes, and it's testable also. Okay, so that's the right one. A small testable requirement written from a user perspective. Okay. The standard format, right? Can you tell me what is
Yes. Yeah,
standard?
it starts with as a user,
Yeah,
and then I want to that what we are going to say, do something like that, right?
yeah, I want,
Then so that what are the benefits?
but other benefit. Okay, exactly. Okay. So example, we can write one. So, okay, tell me, as a customer, I want to enter my loan amount and what customer is doing, right? Does what, okay? And what's the benefit so that I can apply for the correct loan value. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So user stories are small and can be completed in one sprint. Okay. So usually, if the story is big, we will split into multiple stories. So the main aim goal is the user story should be completed within the sprint. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, so the next one is the acceptance criteria, because in a user story, we should have acceptance criteria too. So that's why user story has two parts. One is this one as a user I want. The second part is the acceptance criteria. Can you search and tell me what is an acceptance criteria?
Yes. Yeah, acceptance criteria are the conditions that must be satisfied for a user story to be considered complete and accepted.
Yeah, that's right. So we can tell definition of that, right? Like you are writing, okay, this is what you need. User should be able to enter the loan amount, right? So how do we verify this one? Can user enter? So you can either verify that user should be able to enter the loan amount on the loan application form, right? That way, that's our requirement, right? What the user is doing here. User is entering the loan amount on the form, right? That's our requirement here. That's the I want piece, right? So how tester can verify this one? You are writing to verify that user should be able to enter the loan amount on online application form. That's one way. Otherwise, let's write the meaning, then we'll discuss the example, okay? Acceptance criteria, I'll write acceptance criteria define how we know the user story is done correctly. Okay. So this is our main goal, acceptance criteria. It's like a consider as completed. Okay. So okay. So
Yeah, in the acceptance criteria, the loan applier, right? If they do not provide the correct amount, then it will not be accepted, right?
that's right. That's right. That's we if not working, we call as a bug. Okay. So you can tell example like this. You can write when you are write on the user story. You can write loan amount field must be accepted. Like there are other specification you can enter, right? Like
They have the loan limitation amount, right? And
yeah, so loan amount field must be accepted only numeric. Minimum loan amount allowed 1,000. Maximum loan is 50,000. If the amount is less than 1,000, error message should be displayed. If the amount is more than 50,000, error message. Loan amount must be saved in the database after clicking some. So
is
you
it related to the bug which is in Jira?
yeah. So we are saying we need a loan amount field, right? So the loan amount related, you can write this all acceptance criteria. So let me write one by one, and we can just so you loan amount field um, field must accept only numeric values. Okay, and number two. Max first right minimum loan amount allowed is 1,000. You have to think like a test cases here, right? Like your tester will read this one and he will execute whatever you are writing here.
We
maximum.
have to include these things in from the requirements which have gathered earlier, right?
What do you mean requirement gather area?
Yeah, we have to give these must uh, must have things which we have gathered the requirements earlier, right? Can you get me?
Like, no, I didn't get you.
Yeah, these are the things which we have to must included in here,
So
right?
this is our requirement. So in
Yeah,
the
requirement.
requirement, so you wrote the loan amount field, right? In the loan amount field, how it should be functional. That's our question, right? Like how it should work. So you are writing, it cannot accept text. It can only accept numbers and minimum. And also if you can write if more than, so less than 1,000, we can enter like a error message, like display error message, display error
Uh,
message
what we
minimum.
have gathered from the stakeholders, we must include that, right?
Yeah, this come in the your design, like we handle everything, we document everything first. Amount is like that, okay. And if max amount is greater than, you can enter maximum loan amount is 50K, something like that, okay. So you can enter everything. Loan must be saved. Loan amount must be saved in the database after clicking submit. So
Okay.
what need to test? It's like a test case, okay? Like one field only, you see how many test cases there can be validated, right? So you are in that particular field, what you can do. That's the main part. Okay. So
Okay.
everything should go to the acceptance criteria. Okay. Okay. So now what we have next, a bug. So if this is not working, bug is very easy, right? You have written the user story and you have written the acceptance criteria. If not working, that's called as a bug. So the bug is nothing but if deviating for the expected solution. So I will write if the system behavior does not match the requirement, it is a bug. Okay,
Okay.
this is the one. Okay, so customer. So here the example, the requirement, our requirement, remember requirement, customer can apply for a loan up to 50,000. This is our max, right? So I'll show you one bug. Actual so the actual is showing system allows 500,000. This is bad, right? So we are saying requirement is to allow up to 50,000, but system is when you test, it's showing it's allowing 500,000. So that's a bug, right?
Okay.
And also submit button is not working. So we can other bug example, submit button.
In short, the error is bug, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's whatever you written there, it should work, right? In the
Yes.
accepted area, it's not working. That means it's a bug. That's it. Data not saved in database. we call as a bug or defect. These are one, because you have said this should work. This is the definition of done. It's not working, then that means it's a bug. Okay.
Okay.
So the next one we have here, spike. Okay. This is your time to Google.
Yeah, Spike. I have heard in Jira, right? Issue type.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Can I Google it? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Spike system should support dynamic. Yeah, Spike is a time-boxed research activity in Agile used to gain knowledge and reduce uncertainty related to a requirement or technical implementation.
That's right. That's the right one, right? So spike is you mentioned it's a issue type in the Jira, right? So spike, let's say we start a project, we don't know the much detail. We mean like the technical developer or tech lead, they don't know the full detail, right? They will create one issue type in Jira spike. It's like an investigation task, right? So they will create and they will spike. They have to complete within 2 weeks, which is during one sprint. Okay.
Okay.
So they will come up with like, so it's like a research task example. So here spike is when the team does not know how to implement something, and we create a spike. Okay, so this is the use of spiking, right? Researching. Example, we can research how to integrate like the with credit API. Like they don't know how to integrate the TransUnion or so they don't know how to integrate with the credit API or the bank API. So they will create a spike and they will keep on spiking. Okay. And also
Okay.
some other like authentication method, identify required estimator for like whatever we don't know, unknown, we create a spike and we keep on spiking on those. Okay. So the last one, in the last one, we have task. So if you can ask me like, can't we create a task and do this one? Okay, so I will let you to Google first what is a task, then we'll go through.
A task is a specific piece of work assigned to someone.
Yeah, that's right. So what is the difference between task and user story and spike? The task, there
User
is no
story.
testing. Sorry?
Yeah, a user story will be assigned to someone, that is task, right?
No. The user story have to test because you have acceptance criteria written, right? In the user
Yes.
story. But task, there is no acceptance criteria. It's just a simple work. Like you can create a task for you for analysis, for requirement gathering, right? There is no testing involved. Okay. So the
Okay.
technical or actionable step need to complete for the user story. That's the task. Okay. Like you are doing something, but there is no code change. Like you are not sending any code or anything. Okay.
It's the last step, a task.
It's not the last or first step. Like you can create a task for the requirement gathering. You can create a task for
Yeah, task is common.
yeah, task is common. You can create a task for knowledge transfer. Like you join the team and you are completing the paperwork, and you are not doing any major work, but you create a task. You just create onboarding or like doing assessment, doing testing, something like that, right? So you create and throw it in the sprint. And whenever your turn come in the morning scrum, they will ask, hey Sean, what's your update? Then you have a task on the board and you're saying, I am setting up my computer and I am completing my onboarding paperwork. I'm getting setting everything. I have no blockers or something like that. His task is just a generic to track your work, what you are doing during the sprint. That's the right way.
Okay.
So here, task is all right. Task is not business value itself. Task is the work the team does to complete a user story. So to write a user story or complete a user story, if you need additional thing, okay, and you can create a task and you can work on, right? So if you want to spike something, like you create a spike. Otherwise, if generic, you generic. But everything is confirmed. You confirm the requirement and you investigate it. Now everything is ready, then you create a user story. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Sean. So just we discuss functionality. Functionality is nothing but what system can do. Feature, we discuss about group of related um, functionalities or like things which we can deliver. That's feature. Options, I would say options here. Epic is a big container of multiple user stories, right? And user story, we discuss a small testable requirement written from user perspective. And acceptance criteria define how we know the user story is done, which is definition of done. And bug, it's deviate from the expected result. The system behavior does not match from the requirement, so it's we call as a bug. Spike, when the team want to complete something like they don't know how to implement and they want more details, so we create spike. And task is a generic task in order to complete the work, to complete the user story, we call as a task. I didn't write any example. So here we can have a developer task like this. Okay, let's me write. Um, what can do? They can developer task, tester task. So tester can write test cases. They can create a task and validate. Developer have setting up their environment. So they need some specific environment or database or any other stuff so they can create tasks before they start the user story. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions, Sean?
Yeah, back can we use SQL here?
Yeah, backend we will have 1 day or 2 day. We need at least, I would say, 1 week to discuss backend. Backend mean the databases. Okay, so
Okay.
let's understand the fundamental. Let's start writing the
Sure.
user stories. Let's start a project. Let's write user story while we are working on the user stories, and we can touch front end, back end, APIs, microservice integration, those kind of things. So
Okay.
we'll cover under SDLC those, but let's start what you learn. So we're just making a framework to minimum knowledge. These are the keywords. From tomorrow, we can start writing user story for any scenario use cases.
Yeah. Yeah, is it possible to create a process flow diagram for that email and Pinterest account creation, what I have done so far?
Yeah, so you are asking from me or you want to create?
I want to create.
Yeah, you can create, we can review it together. Yeah.
I will refer some videos and try to make it.
Yeah. You can Google it, go to YouTube or go to
Yes.
any other AI or ChatGPT or anything. You can research first, okay, and do it yourself, and we can review. So when you're
Sure.
researching and doing that, your knowledge also growing.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So then we'll see tomorrow, son. Thank you.
Fine. Fine. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.